Hi Tubies, and welcome to yet another episode of How to Paint. This time we will paint in High Elf Swordmaster. What I've done previously, I have pinned him to the base. The base is made of cork, very simple, but good looking. I've primed him black, simply because, he's mostly in metal armor, and for metal paints, the black undercoat is a better surface than white. I've gotten mostly, very often the question, what primer do I use? Well, I use this one here from Citadel, or the Army Painter primer. Always use spray primer. Normal hand primer is not very good. So, the first thing we will do is paint the whole armor in bolt gun metal. Very easy step. Just simply take the paint and paint the armor. That's nothing really hard to achieve, and so I will make the usual step. I will shut off the camera now, and we will see us when the whole armor is severed. So there you can see all the metal parts are done, and here and there I have painted over the surface, but well, that doesn't matter. Now we go on for all the blue parts. We make an undercoat out of the both foundation paints, 50-50 mixed Mordian blue and Fenris gray, to cover all the black areas that need to be blue. So, well, all the areas are the hairs here, then the cloak underneath, the arm parts here, and well, some minor details like here, these little bandages, or this little belt. So I'll be back when this is done. So as you can see, all the blue parts around the armor and the hairs are done. Now comes his underwear. Like here, his shirt or pullover or whatever he's wearing. I'm painting this now in Codex Gray. So it doesn't matter if you paint here and there over the surface you're supposed to paint. First of all, we will cover all the areas with multiple layers of other colors, and so you have plenty of time to repair the damage. So don't worry about that. Otherwise you would be correcting all the time. And it is much easier to simply correct all the damages at one time in the end, and then to correct over and over again. So I will finish that and I'll be back in a sec. And there I'm back again. All the gray parts are also now done, and at this stage be sure that the model is absolutely dry. If you're not sure, go over him with your hairdryer, or let him dry over your radiator for 5 minutes or so, and then we will cover the entire model with barred up black wash. Just simply apply it over all the parts. This will give the miniature an instant shading. will be prepared for the next and more professional painting we will do on him. So after this wash, he needs to dry completely. You can accomplish that also with a hairdryer, with your radiator, or just simply with time. Take the option you have and let him dry now. And I'll be back when he's dry at my painting station. As you can see, the wash is now completely dry, and we can go on painting. What I do now is undercoating all the parts that will be gold with a 50-50 mixture of burnished gold and bestial brown. I'm doing this because gold has not a quite as good covering ability like other metal tones over black, and so we have to trick a little bit about this. But it's very easy. Simply paint these parts now in the told mixture. Very easy step, as everything in painting is easy. Yeah, I know, I make it look so easy. Well, it is easy. Just follow the steps and you're good. It's not hard. Don't fear the brush, don't fear the paints. Everything will be alright. And so, as usual, I will stop now and finish undercoating all the parts that will be gold. Until then, the next part of the paint job will be this tiny little area between the hole in the helmet that is called the face. Well, I tried previously to paint this here as a little stage from the helmet to protect the nose, but it unfortunately doesn't look that good, so now it will be skin. I'm painting now the face with a little bit watered down Tolerant Flash. The foundation paints skin tone. So, damn it, there's a little bubble right in the corner of the eye. Okay, it's gone now. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So, this is the first coat, and when this is dry, I apply a second coat over it. And I'll be back in a second. So, at this stage, now the face looks well painted, and I will go over it with a wash. Griffon Sepia, to be exact. To give the face a little bit more three-dimensionality. And work out the shadow areas. So, now we have reached the stage where almost everything is blocked out, and we can start with highlighting all the stuff. So, for this instance, let me say we start with the metal. Well, for this we need a smaller brush. I will grab this standard brush now. This one. And we need mithril silver for the armor. And this is now tiny little work. So, because we will highlight now every of these scales of the armor, and for this instance we painted a little dot the corner of each of these scales. I hope you can see this on camera here. Don't paint the whole scale, just the corner to give the indication that there's a light reflection. Do you see that? I hope. Well, this goes relatively fast. Go over all the scales and we'll be back for the rest of the armor. So, now we will have a look at the sword. And, well, it just looked like metal was painted over it. Not very realistic. So, what we will do now is take a mixture of black and bolt gun metal, a very dark metal tone and liquid version of it. And we will paint now true metallic metal. For this instance, we will paint now here a shadow up to there. Then we will wash out the brush immediately and we will grab that paint with a wet brush and pull it slightly to the top. And what you can see here is that there's a actual tiny little color transition in the metal paint. So then we will take a tiny little drop of black, water that also down, very heavy, and then we will go back here to the very end. Wash also the brush immediately and then also fade it in. And voila, we have now there the shadow. And then we will take mithril silver at the top of the blade, just like that. Wash out the brush and fade it down a little bit. So, you might not see this very well on camera, but you have now here a light and dark on the sword. And the same thing we will do now directly on the other side. So, taking again the black and bolt gun mix. Washing out the brush. Fading the paint. So, mithril silver, painting the under part here. Also now, with a clean brush, fading the paint. Taking the black and the watered down black again to the very end of the tip. So, just like that. And so you have now a true metallic sword with an actual color transition in it. I hope you like this. And that we will do now to the rest of the armor. We will paint it something like along that line, like non-metallic metal. We will take the watered down black bolt gun metal mix. So, and we will apply this to the dark areas, like here, for instance. Also, wash out the brush. Fade the color. Like that. So, and then I take the watered down mithril silver again And for instance, I would say here is the highlight. Wash the brush, fade it to the one side, also to the other. Only with the tip of the brush, with the wet brush, you can fade this line and make it disappear. And voila, you have now a nice color transition from black to bright silver. So, I will do this to the rest of the armor, and we will see us then. So, chibis, now we are ready to paint in the gold parts. And as you can see, the gold is covering now pretty well over our previously painted undercoat. So, just go ahead and paint all the gold parts. And I'll be right back. So, the gold is painted now, and now what we will do is give it an extra shiny appearance with one wash of Griffon Sepia. And so the gold becomes more rich and is shining even more. So, just hit all the gold areas, and well, the face needs one shade more. So, that's good now. So with the wash, all the cracks and crevices will pop out even more on the gold, and as I said before, it looks more rich and shiny. And I think this is enough for part number 1, and we will be back in the next video. We will see us there, and I hope you liked this one here. And remember, I really love to read comments, so make one. See you, your Alexandra.